Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FsPassengers. With me, I'm here at 37. Personally, I don't know if he's taking off or what. He's going awfully slow if he's taking off. We are here in the Hamptons, as you remember. All the rich people living here. And in this episode, we're going to be going to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I was originally going to go to Erie, Pennsylvania, but I believe it's a little bit too far. The problem with this plane is when you put 5 people in it, you can't even get like a half tank of fuel. But let's go ahead and get started. We'll put on the parking brake. Go up here, start a flight. Alright, put in our 5 people. See, you just can't take much fuel. Well, now it's telling me I can take that much fuel. What in the world? Okay, this is odd. I was on here just a little bit ago, and I was going to fly to Erie, Pennsylvania, which is about maybe 70, maybe 100 miles a little further, and it was telling me I could only get like 40-some. I'm thinking like 44%, and this thing's telling me I can now get like 58%. That changes everything, to be quite honest. I would like to go to, 102%, because we burn a little fuel while we're sitting there. Alright, 101%, that's pretty good. Up, it's 62%. What in the world? It told me I could only get like 40%, a little bit ago. I don't know. Although it may have been screwed up because after I left this, it asked me if FsPassengers, the DLL, could run. Because it was the first time I've set it up since I reinstalled the entire computer. So maybe that was it. Alright. So set the type, it's a normal flight. So let's go on to Erie then. This thing's going to be set up to go to Hershey. Yeah, because I don't know how to set up the GPS differently. So we'll have to go to Hershey. It's a little bit quicker anyway, I guess, but I mean, why go to Erie? It's not like it was that important. It's just because that's what I was going to do. Alright, KMDT, that's Harrisburg International.
Destination set.
And I tell you, let's back it down a little bit. Let's go to like 50%, because you do have to have some in the reserves, and that way we can take a little bit of baggage with us. It's not going to be much. Alright, let's go to 101. Alright, so that's 94 pounds. Let's back it down to 90. That'll be good. Alright, so let's go ahead and load them up. Oh, daggone, I don't want to load them up like that. Load immediately.
Engine instrument, check. Flight control, check. Handset.
Make sure we got our 5 people. We do.
Check.
Alright. Close that. We'll get this up to the top. Have them put on their seatbelts. I don't remember seeing that before, to be quite honest. Alright. Fuel selector's on. The cowls are open. Just go up to the top. We'll turn the battery on. Turn on the magnetos. Put this to like a low idle. Where's our fuel pump? There's our fuel pump. Left engine start. Alright, we'll put that mixture all the way up, and we can turn off the fuel pump. Oh, not gonna turn the nav on, and let's put on FIN strobe. Although see, those are coming on, but this is not on. I can't understand it. I think that's how it is, because then you turn the strobe on, with our top light, when we get to the runway. I guess I think we're just gonna get dinged again, to be quite honest. But anyway, I don't know what to do with it. Alright, put that fuel on. We'll turn on the magnetos. Oh, left alternator, by the way. Right fuel pump. Start up the right engine. Alright, that sun will move that all the way up. These up. Right alternator is on. Fuel pump is off. Let's turn on the radios and everything. Alright, let's turn on... Don't need prop heat. Windshield heat. Pitot heat. I believe the flight director is on in the middle, yeah. And we don't need the yaw damper just yet. Let's bring up, there we go. The yoke. Let's turn off the parking brake. And do our pushback. We're going to be taking off on runway 22.
Kilo Hotel Tango Oscar traffic off Echo 884 is taxiing to runway 2.
I don't know if y'all can hear that crackling or not. I think it's Carenado aircraft do that the most. I'm not sure if that's supposed to add some or if it's just... I have no idea, but I can just hear this crackling every once in a while. I don't think it's the headphones or anything. So I'm not really sure. Does it seem like... Damn it. I was trying to tell this thing to turn. Yep. Let's go ahead and stop it. I didn't mean to hit that button. I was trying to tell it to turn. And it ended up it telling ATC. Alright. Let's go up top. Turn on the taxi light. And let's go ahead and taxi on over to the runway. Alright, so you can hear that crackling. I don't know what that is. It's really annoying though. Like I say, it's mainly in Carenado aircraft. I'm not sure what the deal is about that. Alright, here's our runway. It's kind of nice that we got like two runways right here. One going to our left and one going straight out. Behind us, I guess. Alright, so we are departing out to the west.
Kilo Hotel Tango Oscar traffic off Echo 884 taking off runway 22 departure to the west.
Alright, let's put some flaps out. Just before we get there, let's go ahead and turn on our strobe and our landing lights. Now we're set. We move this heading X back a little bit. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and take off. It's a bit of a short runway. I'm going to put one more notch of flaps out to get us some lift. On the way to Hershey. Alright, let's go for it. Positive rate. Gear up. Oh, we got these trees right here. Alright, we had to split those two big ones. Retract to one notch of flaps. Let's also close the cowlings. Alright. Flaps are fully retracted. Let's turn a little to our right and head on over to Hershey. Shouldn't be too long of a flight. It's just, I don't know if I think we would have ended up with enough fuel this second time that we could have gotten to Erie. Because I think had I gotten there the first time, I think we would have just barely gotten there. But we probably would have got dinged because, if you remember, we have to have enough fuel for reserves or else we get dinged on that. So I'm not totally sure. So this is probably a better choice. Turn off the taxi light. Like I say, the first time I loaded up, it would only let me have 40% fuel, and I think that's because FsPassengers, although it was in the menu, it wasn't actually working because, like I say, I left that screen and it asked if it could load the DLL. So I think that was probably it. Alright, yaw damper into auto. Let's turn the autopilot on. With the heading. Alright. So the vertical speed is working. Just set it first, and then when we get where we need to be, the altitude we want to get to, I guess we lower it to 0 and hit altitude. I'm not totally sure how to get out of it though. Because I was clicking on it a little bit ago on the other flight, and we just went flying down because I was pushing down on the yoke, and it was a 4X. Because we weren't going to be able to get there, I don't think. It would have been close. So I was like, screw this, we got to go somewhere else. So that's how that happened. Let me check this GPS. Yeah, 500 nautical miles. I don't know why it's starting up. It did this last time. I'm going to put it at... Alright, 80's fine. Oh, I can get it closer in a little bit. Alright, 3,000 feet. I'm going to bring back the mixture a little bit. And as we get up, we'll have to slow our vertical speed down a little bit. But let's check the screen. 204 nautical miles to go. The desired trek is 273. We're on 285 right now. Actually, we're at 272. So we're 1 degree off, but that's alright. Alright, so everything's looking good so far. I'm going to move this to 9 for a minute. So let's go ahead and speed it up, and I'll be back in just a bit.
landing over 10,000.
Alright, everybody. I just slowed it down. We are, let's see, 25 miles out. Gotta slow it down again. I guess we did it right when it was switching. So we'll hit up ATC. We're looking for KMDT. Let's see if we could. Should be in range. Don't see it. Where are you, Hershey? You got Morgan. I don't know if that's West Virginia. That would be too far. I don't see it. There we go. Oh, crap. We had it right there. I don't know if we're going to have to go all the way back again. Come on, we had it there. Harrisburg International. They did it again, it switched on me. Luckily I missed it. Alright, full stop landing. We're gonna hasten our descent a little bit. 2982. Alright, runway 31. Alright, it is just off to our right. So let's go over here to our procedures. I don't know if we've got anything for it or not. Alright, it's an ILS. That's nice. 31. Load it. I don't know if we should... Alright, we are getting in the vicinity, so we could actually... activate the approach. Come on. Right, activate the approach. With that. So we're gonna have to go probably out to our left a little bit. How far out are we? We're down to 15. Okay. Let's hasten our descent. Let's also go to the map real quick. I fear that I slowed our descent too much because I was afraid we were descending a little too quick. Now we may not have actually got it. Alright, so I'm guessing this is 3... No, that can't be. Yeah, that probably is 3-1 actually. Harrisburg International 3-1 is 110.9. Let's go over here, 110.9. Let's quicken it a little bit more. Alright. If I can remember how to do it. 110.9. Come on, 110. Switch that. And we'll put this on 110.9 as well. And switch that. You can see we do need to go out to our left. I'd like to be around 3,000 feet when we get there. I go... Alright. Now I can see it on this map because it obviously covers this one up. So we don't have too far to go. Like I say, I would like to be around 3,000 feet or so when we get get to that part of the approach. Although I'm not really sure of the altitude of the airport. I like to be 3,000 feet up. We're going a little quick now. A little too quick. We're probably descending a little too quick as well. We need about 1,500 more feet. We don't need to go out, you know, clear to the tip of it, though. See how far we are. 10 miles. And as you can see, I got the vertical speed working. I don't totally... I had to switch it down to normal because if I mess with it and I push down on the yoke, it'll totally screw it up. We'll go flying. I don't know why we're at 98%. Why would we dropped? Dang, people. Now it's like if you click it a couple times, it's like it disconnects it, and then you gotta. Let's see. Now trim altitude with the vertical speed is on. When you're ascending, that trim altitude is not lit. I don't completely understand it myself. It's one of those things. Let's move this range down. Make it down to 10. So I have a little ways. Now I'm not sure if this is... I think that is 7.5 is to our approach. I think it switched it, although I'm not for sure. Alright, so it must be because we got 7 over here, and that is to the approach. As you can see, we're not going to be clear out at the tip, which is fine, like I said. Then we'll make our approach in. So actually, we're probably at a good approach because we want to be a little less than 3,000, I guess. Since we're not going to be clear out at the tip of it. We're actually just seeing a little too quick now. Let's move this back to 5. So we're coming up on 3,000 as we speak. We need to move our mixture back up here in a second. I'll go ahead and do it. Probably can't see the airport from here. I noticed we don't get that great a frame rate. Well, we are now, but when you're in the clouds, man, it knocked almost like 10 frames a second off. I was actually really surprised by that. I did a flight the other day, recorded one I'm going to put up for Air Hauler, Melbourne up to, we took 2 jobs at once. One was to someplace, I believe, in Indonesia, and then we went over to Singapore. And while I was in Melbourne, we have third-party scenery for that from Orbex. And then Orbex is Australia and everything, and man, the frame rate was unbelievably good. I was really, really happy. Especially since all the problems we've been having. I'm going to hasten the descent a little bit. Back to 7. I wish I could see the airport from here, because I'm a little concerned about that. See, now look, we are way... This shows that we are way far away. That's... I'm going to pay attention to that, because I've been having the damnedest problem. That shows us really close, and this shows us that we are way far away. And I'm going to pay attention to that one. So let's flatten out our descent as well. We're getting close to 2,000 feet. Although we are getting, we're a little bit closer to the airport. But see, that's why I've been having such a big problem with the approach in FsPassengers with this plane. I don't think we had any problem with the Cessna. But yeah, this is really awkward. We are quite close to the ground as well. I can't tell if that's the airport on this one or not. Let's hasten our descent a little bit again, because I'm about to make this turn. That's a quite a quick turn. We're probably going to go over it a little bit, actually. Yeah, we went way over it now. Gonna have to come back out to the right. I'm gonna put this at 700 feet a minute. I hope that was not the runway that I just saw. I think this is our runway right here. We've got a light. I don't know if we can hit nav or not. Yes, it's gonna let me. Oops. I'm gonna hit the approach hold as well. I don't know, that may not be our runway. Okay, now we're flying straight at it, so I'm not sure which direction that was. Alright, I'm a bit confused now, although it's got us right on the track, but where's... Alright, so we still have some distance. Alright, so that is it. I guess it's going out this way? It's kind of hard to see. That can't be it. Because we're already at 1,000 feet. The distance is 4 miles. This thing, I don't think the approach hold is working. I think we need to get off of this. And we need to go back up. I don't think that approach hold was working. I think we were still descending at 700 feet. It's got altitude glide slope, but I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. The problem is now I cannot see below us. Although we have several miles. We do know that. Need to watch our speed as well. I don't want to come down too daggone quick. You can see those trees right in front of the runway as well. Alright, here we are. Alright, putting the gear down. Here come the flaps. Yeah, I don't think that was working, by the way. Oh, I need to also turn off the yaw damper. That really screws me up. Alright, flaps are coming out. Don't slow down too much. We are at full flaps. Alright, coming in on the glide slope. Alright, we're on the glide slope. A little low now. That is right on the water, isn't it? Kinda nice. Feels like I'm kind of sliding through the air. This was like our last landing, I remember. It was like I couldn't get straight on. It felt like I was slicing through the air, getting pushed around. Need to get over to our left. This is really wicked, man. Trying to use the rudder to get us back on straight. So we are off to the right now. Man, this is really odd. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, kicked it. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. I had it there for a second. I kicked it over to the left with the rudder. I don't know why. This plane wants to go dead left. Even on the ground it wants to go dead left. I'm not really sure what was going on. Alright, that was adventurous and not very good, to be quite honest. I thought I had it until the end, and then I kicked it over with the rudder to the left. I'm not... retract the flaps. Alright, they're fully retracted. That was kind of disappointing. It was odd as hell, too. Trying to, like, crab it. Alright.
121.7. Golf
Let's
Echo
put this
84.
back on FIN strobe. Landing lights go off. Taxi light is on. Go to the parking.
Harrisburg ground. Golf Echo 884. Request taxi to parking. Golf
Open
Echo
up the
884,
cowlings.
Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Delta Golf Tango.
Acknowledge that. Turn on the progressive taxi. Hopefully it's close. Probably not gonna be.
Tango, Golf Echo 884.
Yeah, our last two landings have been very odd. It's like I'm not coming in. I can't get it to go straight. So I was trying to use the rudder a lot to adjust for that. I don't know why. The rudder trim is centered. I don't know. It's kind of odd. Man, I almost had it though. I was not prepared for that. I thought I had it, and at the last second, I missed that terribly right there. I kicked it over to the left with the rudder because I was getting too far right, and I should have just let it go because it was moving us so far to the left, and with me moving it to the left, I moved left even more. Alright, taxiing way too quick. It's actually, I guess, a fairly big airport. Looks fairly big. Come on, I cannot get onto the taxiway. Onto that line. There we go. I'm like all over the place. I'll slow it down a little bit. Why? I don't understand why the parking always has to be so far away. And look, we're parked all the way and just to come back around here. I'm tempted to just say, you know what, let's do our own parking. Like, where does this take us? I think that's where we're gonna park. Look, it's taking us all the way out there and then coming back right there. Screw them. Hopefully there's a parking area over here. It's a spot. Just needs a spot. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna go over to the left and all that. I was hoping you were just gonna go straight. Alright, hopefully it goes straight over here. I'm alright with that. If it ends up with a little spot over here. It's gonna bend back to the left. I should have gone further out, I guess. Where are we gonna end up? Oh no, we're gonna end up over here. Daggone it. That was kind of stupid. Well, it wasn't stupid, I just should have gone further out and we wouldn't have ended up over here. That freaking jetway. Oh well. Alright, let's get rid of this yoke at the parking brake. Alright. Go ahead and cut this off. Turn alternators off. Oops. Magnetos are off. Turn off the taxi light. Whoops. Nav light can come off. Put that up. Alright, I think everything is off up there. Alright, everything is off except the battery. That was not off. Well, no, off is in the middle, that's right. Or is it? Yeah, I think the middle is flight director. I'm gonna check that real quick. Alright, so it is down, flight director's in the middle. Pitot heat is still on. Turn the battery off. Oh no, I hit Control E, shoot. Shift E is what I wanted to open up the door. I don't know why I always get those mixed up. We know Control E automatically starts it. Turn the fuel selectors off. I don't know why we're at 98%. We were fine until we descended, or started our descent, so I don't know. 87%, 90%. We'll find out how we did.
Okay.
Okay, lady. Alright, let's see how we did in the flight. Alright. 210 nautical miles. Time airborne, 1 hour 35 minutes. Flight block, 1 hour 42 minutes. Time on the ground, 10 minutes, 10.5 minutes. Average speed, 132 knots. Climb time, 11.5 minutes. Cruise time, 1 hour and 5 minutes. Average cruise speed, 139 knots. Descent time, 18 minutes, 53 seconds. Landing speed, 85.94. Landing touchdown, 94.6 was a kiss. It's bad. Bad, though. Our pitch was real low. Landing weight, 45.37. Total fuel used, 223 pounds. Climb fuel used, 41 pounds. Cruise fuel used, 150. Cruise fuel an hour, 138 pounds. Descent fuel used, 31 pounds. Ticket income 974, cargo 47, fuel cost us 213, airport taxes 5, insurance 44. So real income is $759. Total income 37,950 when we get to times 50. Considering that the flight was good and everything, they think we should be 98%, so it moves us up to 94.36, an increase of 0.36. Overall flight was perfect. We can see those penalties coming up. Pilot bonus 180 points. Smooth landing 50. Good flight, no problems 100. Scheduled airport 30. And we're always going to lose 80. I don't get it. It's bad practice to leave the strobes on turn on when the aircraft is in the parking area. We didn't. You saw it was on FIN. Beacon lights supposed to be activated as soon as it is running. You forgot them because there is no beacon. I don't get it. I think we're just gonna lose 80 every time. So we need to make sure to have great landings and everything. So at least we can get 100 bonus points every time instead of the 180 that we actually deserve. Alright, but we're in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I don't know if it was... Are we technically in Harrisburg if it's Harrisburg International? I'm not really sure. This is in fact the Hershey, Pennsylvania with the big chocolate factory. Yeah, I didn't know there's gonna be all this. I didn't want to go all the way over to the park, man. It looks actually quicker from here because it just takes you over. It was taking us way over. I don't know. Alright, but I hope you all enjoyed this. I don't know where we're going to go next. We're going to keep on heading south and a little west as well. But I hope you enjoyed this flight, and I'll catch you on the next one.